Not in a million years will I walk away after this.
You're not finished.
No way. But what I'm going to do to him is going to be that bad of a beating on Saturday night, he ain't going to want to have a trilogy.
Tyson Fury isn't done with Oleksandr Usyk yet, as he has now demanded a trilogy from Oleksandr Usyk. Tyson Fury claims he's demanding the rematch because of his double robberies in the merciless hands of Oleksandr Usyk, insisting that if Usyk had won fair and square in at least one of the two fights, he would have accepted his loss humbly.
And I'm hoping there's going to be a trilogy, because all great dance partners have trilogies. It's facts. But what I'm going to do to him, he won't want a trilogy.
However, he believes firmly that he's been cheated out of 2 victories against Oleksandr Usyk. Hence, a third fight would only do justice to his robbery claims and give him the victory he deserves. Well, to most boxing fans, this sounds a bit strange, as Tyson Fury seems very unworthy of a trilogy, and should Usyk give him the chance for a trilogy, the Gypsy King is only setting himself up for a third loss from the same opponent, which wouldn't do his boxing record any good. Talks of a trilogy first came up before the fight when many boxing fans and professionals had thought the instinct of revenge in Tyson Fury would have propelled him into a stunning victory over Oleksandr Usyk.
My last question, they are talking about a third match. Will be a third match?
When I win this one, then yes, for sure.
You want that?
Yes.
Is this in the...
Sadly, the result wasn't far from the previous one. If at all, it was better than their previous fight. But before the fight, Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, Turki Alalshik, and many other boxing fans were willing to see the epic matchup for a third time. Hence, everyone was rooting for a Fury win if that was going to bring the trilogy to life. In a conversation with Boxing King Media, the Manchester native emphasized his complete focus and desperate pursuit of revenge. During the conversation, the interviewer asked Gypsy King about a possible trilogy. While the 36-year-old expressed that he would love a third match, it will only happen under one condition.
Contract?
No.
What do you want to tell Usyk right now?
Run, rabbit, run.
Run! I think he was...
Tyson Fury declared, "When I win this one, then yes, for sure," claiming that the third match will only happen if he wins the upcoming rematch at Kingdom Arena. While there was a 2-way rematch clause in the contract for their first clash, the 36-year-old made it clear that there was no contractual obligation like that this time around. In this scenario, a third fight will only happen if Fury is successful in exacting revenge, which will increase the demand for a decisive third bout. His Excellency Turki Alalshik won't shy away from making a trilogy immediately. If Oleksandr Usyk emerges victorious, he will probably move on to other things. Quite possibly an undisputed clash with either Daniel Dubois or Joseph Parker.
What do you think I've done? Truthfully?
I thought it was dead tonight. I thought you were going to get it, if I'm honest.
I swear to God, I thought I won it by at least 3 rounds.
But
I bossed the fight in front for all night. I worked for them.
A few days ago, Tyson Fury's promoter Frank Warren also talked about the possible trilogy and how it will trump any other clashes for both of these boxers. In a conversation with Boxing News, Warren claimed that a trilogy fight between Fury and Usyk is contracted, and whatever happens, that would be the case if Tyson wins, providing nobody retires. Warren declared that if the 36-year-old is victorious in the rematch, the trilogy will take priority for both of these fighters over matchups with Anthony Joshua and will further delay the undisputed clash against Dubois or Parker.
Frank, what would you rather happen next? Would you rather the Usyk rematch or would you rather the AJ fight at Wembley?
I'd rather he gets the fight out of the way on the 18th first and we'll see where we go from there.
You're giving me nothing here, Frank.
Sorry?
You're giving me nothing.
I've just told you, let's get that fight out of the way. I mean, you want to...
Boxing fans have been desperately waiting to see AJ and Fury collide with each other in the ring. Furthermore, even Joshua is waiting for the Riyadh season rematch's result to decide his future as he wants a clash with Fury. If the trilogy does happen, it will massively hamper his comeback plan. Furthermore, to make matters worse for AJ, the Gypsy King has also shown more interest in facing Usyk again rather than him. In a conversation with Al Arabiya, Tyson Fury declared, "Joshua's in tatters at the moment. He has got to pick up the pieces from his last fight. But the fight with Usyk, one on Saturday and the one afterwards, would be fantastic for me." While this announcement by Tyson Fury and Frank Warren would have hurt AJ and some fans, the majority of boxing fans won't be opposed to seeing Fury and Usyk locking horns for the third time.
And that was it. Can he come back from this, Tyson?
I don't know. Listen, it's up to the man and whatever he wants to do. If he's got a good ambition to come back again and do what he's got to do, I don't know. Listen, he'll have to make his own decisions. He's a big boy, isn't he?
What did you read?
Tyson Fury is no stranger to trilogies, having faced Derek Chisora and more famously Deontay Wilder in trilogies years ago. However, the Gypsy King is a stranger to defeats not until Oleksandr Usyk changed the narrative in May and again on December 21st. It makes no sense that Oleksandr Usyk agrees to a trilogy, as only Usyk has something to lose. Tyson has lost his unbeaten record to Usyk, and if they're to fight thrice, Usyk is already 2 fights up. Hence, regardless of the outcome of the third, Oleksandr Usyk remains ahead. As a result, all that's left on the line is Usyk's unbeaten record, which isn't a wise thing to do.
It's 50-50 fight. God's honest truth. Dubois is a lot younger, isn't he? He's 26-7-year-old. The other man's 35, same age as me. Age don't...
Also, Tyson Fury's demands for a rematch is in contrast with what happened in the ring after the fight. He probably missed the moment after he angrily walked out of the ring following his loss. Well, once Tyson Fury left and Usyk was doing his in-ring interview, Daniel Dubois crashed Oleksandr Usyk's celebration speech after the latter's victory over Tyson Fury, demanding a rematch with the Ukrainian. Usyk was fresh from winning a unanimous decision victory over Fury in the long-anticipated rematch between the two, retaining his heavyweight titles in Riyadh with a 116-112 scorecard. Dubois, who picked up the IBF title by beating Filip Hrgovic in June, was in attendance at the Kingdom Arena in Saudi Arabia. "Usyk, I want my revenge. I want my revenge, Usyk," Dubois said after grabbing the mic.
Daniel, 1 second, let him have his moment. Daniel,
Usyk, well, I want my revenge. I want my revenge, Usyk. Well done on tonight.
Well done on tonight. Well done on tonight. God bless. I want my revenge for the robbery last time. Let's get it. Let's go. Where's Frank? Make it happen. Usyk beat Dubois in August 2023 in Poland, stopping the young Brit in the 9th round of a bruising fight. The 5th round saw Dubois drop Usyk to the canvas with a punch on the belt line that was ruled as a low blow. After being given 4 minutes to recover, Usyk drew on his superior experience and determination to beat Dubois into submission. When asked about a fight with Dubois, Usyk simply said, "Yeah, no problem. I am ready. Next fight, no problem. Now I want to go back home, get a little bit of rest, and I'm ready. Your Excellency, make me fight with Daniel Dubois." Prior to Dubois' interruption, Usyk was asked his thoughts on the judges' scorecard for his rematch with Fury, which he won 116-12.
Well done on tonight. God bless. I want my revenge for the robbery last time. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go.
"I win. It's good," he said in the ring. "I'm not a judge. I'm a sportsman. I'm an athlete. It's not my deal. I won, thank God." When asked how he keeps improving even as he approaches his 38th birthday, he joked, "I don't know, maybe I am training, preparing well. My wife helped me. It's a very happy day. My son's won competitions too in judo. My son said to me, 'Hey Papa, you're next.' I say, 'Okay, I'll try.'" Talking about Fury, who did not stay in the ring for an interview after the fight, the 37-year-old said, "He is a great fighter. He is a great opponent. An unbelievable 24 rounds for my career. Thank you so much." While speaking in Ukrainian, he added, "I want to devote this victory to my mother. She's worrying about me all the time, and I want to say to her, thank you very much for everything you've done for me."
Where's Frank? Make it happen.
Mr. Excellency. Your Excellency. Make me fight with Daniel Dubois. Thank you so much.
I give all this to her and all mothers of Ukraine. Usyk beat Dubois in Poland back in 2023, knocking out the Englishman in the 9th round. However, Dubois felt he had been cheated by the scoring during the fight, as he was sanctioned for a low blow in the 5th round of the bout, which allowed a stunned Usyk to recover and eventually knocked the 27-year-old out in the 9th round. Now Dubois is gunning for retribution as he interrupted the post-fight interview on Saturday night to make his feelings known. Usyk said he was open to making it happen, but now Froch has shared his opinion via his YouTube channel, claiming the call-out was unnecessary from Dubois, although he can understand the meaning behind it.
What did you make of it?
It's my time now. It's time hand over the crown. It's passing of the...
You want the winner?
Yeah.
Well, you want the winner. You want Usyk.
I want Usyk now. Yeah.
Did you think he deserved?
In Wembley. Get him in Wembley.
Did you think he deserved to win tonight?
Daniel, talk to me.
The 47-year-old said, "I think Usyk is past his best, I've got to be honest. He's 2 years older than Fury. Does he come again? Do I want to see him come again?" Well, Daniel Dubois jumped in the ring and said, "Let's get this fight on." I think he was told by Bricktop to do that. Jump in there, make a bit of noise. So Daniel Dubois got in there. I didn't like it because Usyk was tired. He wanted to do his interview, and then he's got Daniel Dubois jumping on. But I understand it's selling the game, aren't you? You're trying to get the next fight, but I didn't like the way he did that, as Usyk had just put in a real shift.
I want to see him come again. Well, Daniel Dubois jumped in the ring and said, "Let's get this fight on." I think he was told by Bricktop to do that. Jump in there, make a bit of noise. So Daniel Dubois got in there. I didn't like it because Usyk was tired. He wanted to do his interview, and then he's got Daniel Dubois jumping on. But I understand, he's selling the game, aren't you? Trying to get the next fight. But
he was tired, he was marked up, and he's now having to say if he would fight Dubois. And he's actually called it, isn't he? He said, "Turki Al-Sheikh, let's make this fight happen. Let's do it." He didn't back down. He said, "Let's make the fight happen." In terms of a rematch between the pair, Froch argued that Usyk would need to put his full focus and weight behind the fight. Given how quickly Dubois' success is coming around, the Cobra said, "I wouldn't like to see Usyk get in there with Daniel Dubois and not really fancy it. Like not want to do it because Daniel Dubois is young, strong, big puncher. He's flying at the minute. I know he's got Joseph Parker next, but I suppose if Usyk does fight again, that's probably the fight for him. That's the fight we're going to want to see as fans. But I think Usyk should just go away now and enjoy that win."
a real shift. He was tired. He was marked up, and he's now having to say, and he actually called it, didn't he? He said, "Turki Al-Sheikh, let's make the fight happen. Let's do it." He didn't back down. He said, "Let's make the fight happen." I wouldn't like to see Usyk get.
Froch also praised Fury for his performance in the ring and congratulated Usyk on another win. He added, "Back-to-back wins against Tyson Fury, who is one hell of a fighter. He is a fantastic fighter, but he will be absolutely devastated tonight because that's 2 losses back-to-back on the spin with the El Supremo Oleksandr Usyk, and I don't know where Tyson Fury goes from here. But for now, all I'll say is, I've just witnessed another fantastic fight. Great performance from both guys, but it was really a dominating performance that you can't complain about in terms of the winner." Heavyweight icons Lennox Lewis and Vladimir Klitschko had differing views of what transpired between Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury in Riyadh on Saturday night.
Get in there with Daniel Dubois and not really fancy it, not want to do it, because Daniel Dubois is young, strong, big puncher. He's flying at the minute. I know he's got Joseph Parker next, but I suppose if Usyk does fight again, that's probably the fight for him. That's the fight that we're going to want to see as fans.
Klitschko was full of praise for his countryman Usyk, the winner on the scorecards, while Lewis felt Fury blew his opportunity for revenge. Speaking to Seconds Out, Klitschko said, "I expected a repeat of the first match, and that's exactly what happened. So Oleksandr is a true legend and champion, and we're so lucky to have him in Ukraine." Asked whether Usyk should next face IBF belt holder Daniel Dubois, who stormed the ring to stake a claim for a rematch despite having a fight scheduled with Joseph Parker in February, Klitschko, discussing Usyk's stoppage win over the Englishman, said he did not feel a return was necessary. "I don't think Oleksandr needs any repetition with Dubois. That's my opinion."
Vladimir, can I just get your thoughts on that fight, please?
Say what?
The thoughts on the fight. Did you feel like
absolutely, Oleksandr Usyk is the champion. There is no doubt that he won that fight.
Was that just dominance from the start? Did you feel like he pushed Tyson Fury on the back foot throughout most of the fight?
Klitschko picked Anthony Joshua to beat Fury if they wind up fighting in 2025, while Lewis was more diplomatic and simply said of that potential all-UK fight, "Styles make fights." Of Usyk Fury 2, Lewis said, "I liked the first fight better. This was a good fight. It was very close. When it comes to heavyweight boxing and somebody's beat you the first time, you've got to go after them the second time. I feel Tyson Fury should have gone after him a little more and it would have been a different outcome." Lewis, who defeated every man he faced in the pros, which meant recording victories over Oliver McCall and Hasim Rahman, who had previously stopped him, said that he would have approached the rematch differently if he was Fury. "Whatever their game plan was, mine would have been different," Lewis said. "Whatever it was, it didn't work."
They just dominated that fight. easier than the first fight?
He just confirmed that he's the true champion. He beat everyone.
Where does he rank, man, amongst the greatest? Because he's definitely cemented his name.
There is Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time.
While Tyson Fury is bent on a trilogy, it seems like the rest of the world has another person in mind for him. Eddie Hearn has revealed he will look to stage a sensational showdown between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury next after the Gypsy King's loss to Oleksandr Usyk. Fury was defeated by the untouchable Usyk for the second time in Saudi Arabia on Saturday night, after all three judges scored the fight 116-112 in the Ukrainian's favor. The two-time heavyweight champion stormed out of the ring after being shown the scorecards and insisted he had won the bout by at least 3 rounds. He also delivered a cryptic answer when questioned on his future, telling the media, "You might see me fight again, you might not."
Where does he go from here?
Who?
Tyson Fury.
There's only one fight, but there's no point me. It's not the time to start calling the fight out. You don't know what Fury's going to do. Maybe he doesn't want to fight again. The one thing I will say is, Fury performed well. You know, it's not like he's a finished fighter. His timing was off. His punch resistance is gone. He put up a good performance.
Joshua's next opponent is still to be confirmed after he suffered defeat at the hands of Daniel Dubois in September, and Hearn is adamant that Fury's latest setback will lead to a long-awaited scrap between AJ and his British rival in 2025. I don't think it's time to start screaming. This night is Usyk versus Fury, but the reality is there's only one fight for Tyson Fury, and that's Anthony Joshua, Hearn told DAZN. It's the biggest fight probably in the history of British boxing. Everyone will always want to see it. And by the way, that wasn't a Tyson Fury that looked finished. It wasn't a flat performance. It wasn't a poor performance. He didn't look gun shy. He didn't look like his punch resistance was in question like we talked about earlier. I think Tyson Fury is still potentially at the peak of his powers, just not good enough to be Oleksandr Usyk tonight. But for me, AJ against Fury is the one. It's the one at Wembley. I'm going to be pushing His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, to make the fight. But that's maybe one for another day. Tonight belongs to Oleksandr Usyk.
A finished fighter, his timing was off, his punch resistance is gone. He put up a good performance. So for me, the only fight to make is AJ Fury, but let's see.
Is that half the reason why AJ waited to see? Because obviously, and Turki said in an interview with us, he doesn't want to make AJ Dubois next.
Yeah, I mean...
But Fury will struggle with this, I think. All fighters do. AJ struggled with the Dubois defeat as well. You're a winner, and when you get beat, it hurts, and this will hurt Fury. Fury later described Usyk's victory as a Christmas gift from the 3 judges. "I thought I won that fight," he said. "I thought I won both fights, but I'm going home with 2 losses on my record. There's not much I can do about it. I can just fight my heart out. I will believe until the day I die that I won that fight. I was aggressive, on the front foot all night, landing to the body and head. Frank Warren had me 3 or 4 rounds up. A lot of people had me at least 2 rounds up. But I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. I can't change the decision. When you don't get the KO, this is what happens. You can't guarantee a win."
Listen, we can do whatever we want to do. What the public want is AJ against Fury. It's what they always want. And it's time to make that fight. But let's see, respect Tyson Fury, see what he wants to do in the future, and no rush.
Your other fighters on the card tonight, Ishmael Davis, unfortunate late notice against Sergey Bokajiv.
Yeah. Saw the levels of a true world-class.
Initially, Fury declined to say if he would fight on after he was beaten by a unanimous points decision in Riyadh, with all 3 judges awarding the decision to World Boxing Association, World Boxing Council, and World Boxing Organization champion Usyk by the score of 116-112. The 36-year-old said, "Who knows?" when pushed on whether he will continue, adding he will make a decision next year, having taken some time off following another grueling showdown with the remarkable Usyk. While his dream of becoming the heavyweight division's undisputed king is dead after successive losses to the Ukrainian master, the chance to claim domestic bragging rights over British rival Joshua is being dangled in front of him. Fury felt he had won and bitterly disputed the decision, while his promoter Frank Warren said he was dumbfounded by the scoring in the rematch at Kingdom Arena.
Show some respect.
Come on, guys! Come on! Yeah, so obviously, you thought you were dictating the fight, which I thought you did too. I just went in 7 rounds to 5.
Despite conceding 4 stones and 6 inches in height, Usyk set the pace for the bulk of the contest, showing greater skill and landing more and bigger shots with greater accuracy. Fury was outstanding, as the rivals produced another classic, albeit more of a chess match than May's dramatic first encounter, and the rounds were desperately close.
4 rounds up. A lot of people had me at least 2. I just don't know. Listen, it is what it is. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. It's happened now. I know boxing, been in it all my life. You can't change no decisions. But I'll just always feel a little bit hard done by. Not a little bit, actually a lot. But I think when you don't get the knockout, this is what happens. You can't guarantee it.
But the Gypsy King's output visibly decreased in the second half of the fight, with Usyk's left hand the most potent weapon of the night. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.